In this video, we're talking to Avi, who is a bakery manager. What he wanted to do was take an order form that he got from the company that he needed to order from and rearrange it and redo it so that it was an actual order form that you could select a category, select the item, and then enter the amount you wanted to order. As you will see, the order form is quite convoluted. The amount of time to just search for the item, go to where it needs to be entered and enter that item number is taking Avi a lot of time. And then he sort of stumps me at the end where he wants to take the order form and put it on a different Google Sheet file, two separate files. I've never done this before, but theoretically this was possible. We do actually get it done. We have two separate files, have AppScript on one where we send the data to the other one. So that's really cool. We were able to accomplish that for Avi. And now he's able to give this to other managers or even possibly sell this as inventory management for others outside of his company if he so wishes. So this is a really cool video. I'm excited that you're starting now. Avi, we're here to talk about your spreadsheet. You have an order form, and I'm going to try to summarize it, and then you tell me what I didn't talk about. But you work for a bakery, you're a manager there, and you have an order form, and you're trying to fill this in without having to like search and peck for each of the items. You want a form to say, hey, I need this many items.
Right,
Tell me more about the problem. I just summarized it, but
right. So basically, the bakery has this, they built this Excel sheet slash Google form sheet, and they want it back inside this Google sheet. This is where they take the information. They, on their side, make an order form for me, and their warehouse picks the items I ordered, and it comes to me. So my issue is using their Excel template, their sheet, is very Newton's to look at the items inside the sheet as a three-column type of template, as opposed to turning this into a form where I could just scroll up and down, see the item, I could search for it, I could do a drop down, however we could set it up to make it much easier for it to order to go in.
so let's I'm gonna share my screen. I have the Google Sheet here for us to see. Much easier to see it than discuss it. This is what the problem you're staring at each and every day.
Correct. And as you can see today, this is actually stuff I actually ordered for tomorrow. So you can see 6 pieces of cheesecake. You can see two pita 10-pack clear, which comes six in a box. So every day I gotta go through this list and look at, oh, what do I need? I press to put a number, 2, 1, 4, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Instead of having me look at the and on my phone, which is small and it's crunched up, instead of looking at my phone, have like a regular like scrolling down list in one list,
Hmm.
categorized, fresh to go, cheese with labels, cheese no labels, bread and package rolls, loose rolls, stuff like that, where I could just find the item, put a number, and it goes inside this sheet into where it's supposed to be.
Right. So this is not a database problem. It's not like we need to keep track of your orders day to day. We're just filling out
I'm
this
just
each
filling out
day,
a sheet every
right?
day, filling out a sheet. Doesn't even have to be saved. It's because I don't care if it gets erased. It's basically filling out a sheet,
Right.
sending out that sheet. That's basically what I'm.
Very interesting. And you have these categories, as you said, you want to keep these categories fresh to go. So let's do, I have a few ideas on how this could work. And I need some sort of questions answered. Does this form as we see it now, does it have to literally be exactly this way? Like this is the one they want to
This
see on their side.
this form goes to them, and they get the information on their side with the
Mm.
form.
So
Who created the form?
for example, we could not just putting it out there, just checking let's call this order. We couldn't just say we have these it looks like four, sorry, it looks like yeah, four things, four pieces of data. And are we sure we can't do this where we say, hey, here's item number, item description. I'll just try to and then fill it out like this. So you have these are 6 and 6. Could you give them something like this to print out? You couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that because they still want the information on that original sheet.
Right, but like
But what I could do,
this is the item number, the item description, the quantity, order quantity, right? that you can't send it just like this. You have to have a
I
whole.
wouldn't be able to say this thing.
Right. So what's going to be what it seems like the interesting sort of problem here is that as a human, right, we see this list and you actually sort of don't read it like this. Like you mentioned, you see the categories first. Okay, I need a fresh to go muffin. And so you look at this B4, then you go to B16, and then you need to fill it in D16, right?
Correct.
So now I'm wondering, could we create form inside here? Because again, you don't need to keep track of this forever. You just need to create one and then send it. You can even delete all of these extra columns, and I think there might be extra rows. Let's delete all those. Do you send it as a Google Sheet or do you like export as a PDF? You send them?
So exactly how, like, basically I send it as like this, meaning this would be order form sheet, and I send them this sheet, and then the next day I go into the sheet, I just edit the numbers, and I sent them again this sheet with a
Right.
new, because every day they're gonna see it. I don't have to even change the title, but how I do it, other places do it differently because there's other
Mhm.
stores. I personally make a copy of the sheet. I write the date and the day, and that way it backs it up. So technically speaking, I have one for every single day, so I could go back and see what I ordered yesterday.
You have a spreadsheet file like this up here is a different file every time.
Right, because I go to file, I make a copy, change the name, and then that's what I do.
Okay. But does it matter if there's extra tabs in here?
No, that won't matter.
Okay. So here's how I'm thinking about this is you have these let's put these categories all into one place. Um, oops. So that we can actually see this like instead of all in one place, let's put category. Let's just get this was cheese with label. We just want the text cheese no label, bread and package. There was more loose. We'll just take all this data, put it in a different place. I hope I'm getting them all for you. Harbait. It's making me hungry.
I know.
Is there supposed to
I
be a category for this cake down here, or is that part of the pastry bites
Yeah,
cake
that's
pat?
just separate.
Separate. What?
I mean, it's not like even doesn't even have their own category. That
Yeah, this one doesn't have a category. Is that okay?
yeah,
Because what I'm thinking to do here, sorry, let me try to voice this out a little bit. So what I want to do is create a order form for you here that you select, as you mentioned, you select by category, then you can select the item. I actually want to call this, duplicate this and call this data and call this order form. And what I want to do is say, give you a form here, and then we'll hard code because this is never changing, it seems like, right?
this is never changing. Correct.
So we know if you say fresh to go chocolate Danish, where the order needs to go is D5. So I'm thinking of a sort of hacky way to do this is just you select fresh to go chocolate Danish, but we have in our data, we'll create a little database here that says when you select this, it means D5. This might be a pretty horrible way to do this, but I think it'll get you done what you need done. So actually, I'm gonna take all of the I'm gonna move actually all of these here for a hot second. We want all the categories here. So this category is fresh to go. This is donuts. So right, we have this item and we have a category and we'll just put donuts. And we'll do a few here just so you'll see if it works or
Yeah.
not. So this
Right.
chocolate Danish is D and just double check variety dairy is D24. Yeah. And donut custard is D26. So let's do this as a test and we can always add more data later.
Right.
You're going to select a category. I'm going to insert a drop down menu from a range. Or the range we're going to select is actually this, and it's only going to give us the item name, category names, one of for each one. So even if we duplicate it over and over again, we'll only have one option here, which will be really helpful to see this. So now we have our categories. And now you want items. And so here, what we need to do is we need to change this. What is it? B:B21. Donuts is B22. So we're going to use this to customize. No. Filter, no. What do we want? We want indirect, VLOOKUP. Look for whatever is in here. Look for index 2. And so now, if we change this fresh to go to donuts, our data here should change. Why isn't it? Oh, donuts is down here. There we go. So now this changes based on this. So we just say equals, we can do a rate formula, whatever is here. And now this will change based on your category.
Nice.
Is that cool?
That is pretty cool.
And
Yes.
then what we actually need to do is make sure that we get this D5 here. So if you want to order, actually, we don't even, we do drop down from a range. Sorry. Select range is going to be whatever is in this column. So we can actually delete this. And now if we change this to donuts, this will change.
Got it.
Okay.
And then
So
I'm guessing if the item would be, oh, pick how many you want, and that's automatically go back. So
yeah, so now we need to figure out how to, so like wherever this count is, whatever order, you want to order 6. We can also, sorry, let's get some more data in here because I think you want to see, you don't want to have to go back and check this. So we can get all of this information if we knew where it was. So if FTG chocolate Danish is, we know it's D5 and we know this order quantity is the 4th item here. So we need the 3 things over to the left. So we can say, let me put that there. Let's just get some information, just in case. What is it? Item. We want filter or index. Let's get the VLOOKUP first. We want to VLOOKUP this in here to, here we have, is that correct? D27, D donuts jelly. Yep. Don't know if I want to do it this way.
do the VLOOKUP on the regular sheet to get the item now.
Sorry?
No, you want to get the number, the item number?
Well, I'm just wondering if you want all of this stuff as well, if it matters.
That doesn't matter to me. This item number is basically for the back office.
Okay, so if it doesn't matter, then all we need is this address. So we can make this even smaller. So you have, okay. So we just want to get now C2, whatever number you put here. If you want donuts custard 6, let's go to our app script. And all we need is whatever's in D2. I'm going to set that. Let our app script load for a moment. It takes first time. Enter, we'll call this enter order. And what we want to do is spreadsheet order form, spreadsheet app.get active spreadsheet get sheet by name, and I think we called it order form. And then where we're going to go is going to be sheet 1. So we'll take all of that, copy, and call this sheet 1. We might have to come back here and edit this if you edit the name. And what we want to do is take order count equals order form dot get range. Our range is going to be C2 for now. Get the value there. And then in orders, get range. We want, let's call it address set value. And the address is equal to order form dot get range D2. Okay, so we're getting the range from D2 and we're setting the whatever value is the order count. Okay, let's try this. We can run it here to test, but I'll show you how to add it to the menu. So we have order form 6 for donuts custard. So we should have in D26. Let's cross our fingers. Let's see what happens. We might have to authorize it the first time it runs. We won't have to do this again, or you will have to do it if you want to run it yourself, but we just have to do it once. See if there's any errors. Get range is not a function. Order count. Oh, I meant it should be order form. Okay, run it again. And we have 6 donuts custard.
Wow.
But let's add this, have a little snippet we can add, which is a custom menu. I'm going to copy this to run this from inside your sheet. So we're just going to put enter order, call it set order, whatever you want to call it. Now, this on open is only going to work once we save it. It means to save. Only when it actually opens, it'll add a custom menu. So let's close this and we're going to refresh the sheet. And you'll see right next to the help button, now we have order menu, set order. So let's do donuts jelly 12. Order menu, set order. Again, just because we're running it for the first time with this new on open to order, just have to allow this once. It's jelly, don't have it yet. But if we do order menu, set order, there it is, 12.
Nice.
But now when we set the order, we want to clear this. We probably want to clear the order count. So we have to do one more thing in our app script is clear the content from this C2. So we just add this down here, order, get range C2, clear content. Save it, saving. And now if we have 24 here, same thing will happen, except C2 we can also reset this if you want it to be reset to something else. Let's do chocolate Danish 33. See if that works. Chocolate Danish. Done.
Interesting.
Is this working? Is this better for you?
Yeah, this so far is working. So now let's say if I do a different item, the 33 automatically stays there. and I just keep doing other products, other products, other products?
Sorry.
No, by the order form, I could choose other products
Yeah.
and it automatically go back there.
Try it. And we can add more stuff. So right now we only have these two categories, but we can add, cheese with label. And we have these three things. You just need to make sure you have the category correct and then the address that you want to put it to, which is H5, H6, H7. So try now to show up here, cheese with label. I don't think we set the this B27, B29, I think. Cheese no label. Oh, was that cheese no label or cheese with label?
Label.
There you go. Cheese with label.
Got it.
55. Order menu, set order. And let's see. There it is.
Beautiful. So it's like very simple now.
Yeah. Right. Taking all of the ideas of what you want to do, right? Look for the category, look for the item. We know already this item needs to be entered at H5. Sort of just automating what you're doing manually.
Got it. Now, how does this go to every day? Meaning, does this all clear when I open it up again, or could I override the numbers
Right, you'll
the
have
next
to
day?
clear the number. So what we can do now is create a clear menu item. So up here in the menu, we'll add another item and we'll call it clear sheet. Call this clear sheet. And we'll create another function, clear sheet. And here we'll clear everything that you want to clear. So probably D5 to D54. We'll use the same here. Orders get range, D5 colon D54. Clear content. We'll also want to clear 8 to H. We'll just take that, copy it, and do H5, H54. Also looked like there was a third column, L5, L5, L54. Probably you also might want to clear the order date. So that's in G2, but we want to set it to this clear one. So we can't just delete it. What we need to do is go dot get range. Sorry, what was that again? G, and here we'll do set value. And the value we'll set is this same text that we had that I just copied from there. So we'll save that. Make sure this orange dot goes away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to save, and we just wait for it to save. There it goes. If we refresh this page, it should show the other menu item. So let's do that. Now we have clear sheet. Let's click clear sheet, and there it is. Clears.
Oh, that's beautiful. So now, I could all hide these tabs that they don't see it, obviously, no?
Yeah,
Like
you can
this,
hide the data tab. You're gonna have to use this order form tab yourself.
right?
So I mean, you can
That's
hide
what I'm
it.
gonna use.
Sorry.
I'll hide the data and order form I'll use. And when I send the sheet, they'll just see this or use this, and that's it.
Depends on how you save it. So with PDF, I think it's going to automatically here, you can export current sheet instead of if you do workbook, it'll include everything.
So if I do current sheet, it's only gonna do that sheet that they want.
But you will have to figure out the best way to get everything.
Best layer. But if I format it, this is a PDF. If I format it as a Google sheet, I can't just export that current sheet.
I don't know. You can try it and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it out.
What we could do as well, you could email it from here. So if I email this file PDF, I think it doesn't have any options here. Oh, send it yourself. So I think doesn't have any options. So it probably should send me everything, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's sending me 3 pages. So what we could do, so there is a way with AppScript to send a PDF, send PDF AppScript. It's a bit of a bugger of a thing because it's what we'll need to do in order to use this. Google wrote this code and we can edit it. I've done this before, but it's a bit of a bugger because you're going to have to save it to your Google Drive, then send that PDF. Which isn't that what you do already? You're saving.
No, so yeah, I'm saving it and I'm sending the whole Excel. I'm sending it as an Excel or a Google Sheet. Basically, what I do now, I go into my phone, into my Gmail, and basically what I do is I go into their Gmail, and when I send the email, I just do insert from drive, and I find the drive, and I do this, and I select it, it goes in.
Right.
Now, what I wanted to do, and this is what I was going to show you. If I go to my Google Drive for this order, it's open like this, right? This is the order sheet.
Yeah.
When I click 3 dots and I do share and export, send the copy. It says Excel. The first one is Excel.
Right.
So I send usually Excel. I could do CVS, but let's say I do Excel, I press OK, and I go to Gmail and I send it to the email. So let's say I want to send to myself, but for some reason, when I send it, this disappears or it doesn't send the email at all. So I'm going to just do test just to see, and I'm going to send it to myself and let's see if it works. I don't know. Usually, see, this worked. This, well, no, that's
Yeah.
usually it doesn't come in. It won't come
But yeah,
here
but
now.
the
It
issue
came in.
now is that you're gonna have that when you save it as an Excel file, even if you just do file download, I just did it as Excel file, it's gonna save the entire document. However, if you go to file, download, PDF, you can select just the current sheet.
Got it. So that's it's better to send it to them in the PDF.
Well, I'm just saying that is probably the
What
way
happens?
you
Here's
could.
here's my next question. Here's my next question. What you just did for data and order form, can we take these two what is it, worksheets, put it in a separate Google sheet and let this data work off a separate sheet? Understand?
Yeah, I mean, technically
Separate.
it's possible. Technically it is totally possible because you can
You're telling
have
it to
data
work
between files.
from one sheet,
Yeah.
from one Google sheet to the next Google sheet.
Yeah, it's
And then
totally
I'm
possible.
sending this sheet.
We're gonna have to hard code it a little bit. So let's do this. I'll make a copy and we're gonna call this sendable copy. And in this version, we're gonna get this URL. We actually just need this ID of the sheet for our extensions. And sorry, this is also going you have to sort of set this up yourself in your own Google Drive because I'm doing it in my Google Drive, but let's see.
Your Google Drive.
Or it might still work. So instead of entering the order, you see we said spreadsheet app.get active spreadsheet, which means this app script is tied to this spreadsheet file. But we can
Correct. That's
also
why
do this,
ID, get the ID.
and we're just going to do this as another function so you have both of these. Let's bring this up on the screen. So let's get this sheet ID equals, we have the sheet. If we need the URL, we can also grab the URL. We just grab the whole thing if we need it. Sometimes it needs that. Okay, we'll just grab this and we'll say order form. See, we see get sheet by name. We'll do that in this one is the order form, but this sheet by name here is sheet one. So we need get I think it's open. Oh, get sheet something else open, and we're gonna get a drive file. It's so hard. Because active spreadsheet is the existing I think we might have to do drive. This is
Get
where I get
ID.
a little confused. Sorry. It shouldn't be open. Here it is. Open by ID. I'm wondering if this is gonna work. I honestly don't know. I don't think I've done this before. Let's see if this is gonna work. So enter order in sheet. We're gonna grab this ID, but we're still using this. Let's see what happens. Enter order. We want let's try it. It might give us some errors, or it worked. Without any errors, it worked. Wow, I don't think I've ever done that before, but it worked. So now we can delete all of this. Actually, that's really exciting.
That's so cool.
So now we have a sendable copy, sheet one, without any other forms, any other tabs. We have our order form here if you want to look at it, but we have the data and the order form here, and now it's cleared. So we want to say 55. Oh, wait, we meant to say 55 here. And let me add here, add item, set order in other sheet, just to label it differently. Okay, let's close it and refresh. Now in our order menu, we have set order in other sheet. It clears it, and in our sendable copy, it is now 55. Yeah.
That is good. That's even better.
Cool. I'm happy to be able to do that. I can't believe it happened with no errors. So this gets
So
you pretty
basically,
far away, right? Pretty far into
yeah,
it.
much further.
Nice. I'm gonna
That's
cool. I mean, we solved your problem here. You can now send a copy of this as you had been doing already. It doesn't have the tabs, and you have a little order form that you have can select things. You do have to add all that data, right? Make sure you have all of your categories in there. We only did 3.
right, right. I saw how you did the 3. I could always add on the rest.
And also you'll have to make sure it's in your Google Drive. So that sheet that I made a copy in my Google Drive. So you're gonna have to make a copy in your Google Drive and then change the ID of the ID and the URL in the app script.
In the app, but on my Google Drive now, I'll still have that app script because that's shared. Got it.
Yeah.
Now, technically speaking, just I could take this, save it. I could rename this instead of order from sheet. I could rename this back,
Sure. Sure.
and then I could share this with other managers, and they can use the same thing.
Can they
But
okay,
in
so
their
can other
Google Drive,
managers
they have to do it in their Google Drive, you're saying, set it up.
Yeah, they will. So technically though,
Like how, like you're saying, how would I sell this to other people to use?
right.
Because then if they have to do it in their Google Drive, then I can't really sell something like this. It's not like
Oh, you
an
can. I mean, yeah, you can. If it looks good enough, AppScript is pretty simple to edit. You can always make a little video and say, here's it should take about 3 to 5 minutes
okay.
maximum to walk through this. Hey, here's the sheet I'm sharing with you, or here's the two sheets. This is how they interact with each other. Copy each one to your Google Drive. Now you have these two sheets, and all you have to do is get the URL of the one and put it in the other one. And I'll show you the line in the app script. Put it here. Maybe move that app script to the very top so that it's easily findable.
Got it. Okay,
And like,
yeah,
what
it
is that?
makes
A
sense.
3 to 5 minute video, a screen share
Right.
where you QuickTime throw a QuickTime screen share into a Google Drive folder with along with the two sheets that you want them to copy.
Right. 100%.
And yeah,
Makes sense.
totally works. Other people can use it.
Nice. Beautiful. So problem two solved. I'm gonna use this and see how fast I could do this all.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Awesome. I'm happy to help. Thanks, Avi. I'm gonna stop recording now.
No problem.